Namaste and welcome to Satsang this evening here in the UK. So in this Satsang, I wanted to continue with the theme that we started last Thursday, and we were looking at cause and effect thinking, causality, and how to undo that, how to come out of that. And the good news about cause and effect thinking is that you do not have to understand it or even understand how to stop it to come out of it. So I'm going to do I'm going to explain a little bit tonight about contemplation. And the way I'm using that word, it might be different to our traditional idea of the word contemplation. So I'll give a description and talk about why it works, and then we'll actually do it live today here. And I will be asking for volunteers that wanted to go through some contemplation with me. So cause and effect thinking, just a quick summary. Most of our karmic patterns begin to resurface. All of our ideas about ourselves and others begin to resurface. The deeper our awakening as we've seen who we really are, sometimes the more we have seen clearly, the more these things are coming up and the more problematic they're becoming. And when I looked into why that was myself, why things seem to be getting worse in my outer world, worse with my body, worse with my finances, definitely worse with my relationships, the clearer I was seeing that I was the only one here. Why are my kind of relationships going not the way I want them to? So eventually I came to really understand that I was still thinking like a separate being. I was still thinking in terms of a cause and an effect. And I'll just go over this very briefly, but for a fuller explanation of how we think in cause and effect, I'd ask you to check out the previous satsang, Beyond Cause and Effect, There's Freedom, that we did. It's on the YouTube channel. So we think in terms of a cause and a separate effect. So most of us believe that the thing out there in my world is affecting how I feel in here. So something happens out there and I get triggered in here. This is the cause. So a lack of money, a lack of something I need, or something someone says to me or about me, or whatever that thing is that goes on out there, causes this effect in here. Or the other way around, we usually do it when we get on the pathway to awakening. If I could just change myself in here, then out there would change too. So it's a reversal of it. Here in this situation, the cause is me inside. If I was just more awakened or more compassionate or more forgiving or more peaceful, or fill in your own version of that, then this person would like me better, or have more of what I need, or the situation would resolve. So we cannot increasingly rely upon that type of thought process because it's in duality, it's in two-ness. And we're coming to see that there's just the one. And life is going to ask us to switch over our thought process here. So instead of the thing out there triggering us in here, we can start to see that the thing out there is a mirror image, a reflection of, or this other being or this other thing is a reflection of a belief that's been held. And it's not that my beliefs here are affecting you out there separate to me. It's my beliefs as the infinite being. I am the infinite being, or you are the infinite being. You are the only one. The same karmic patterns being experienced by billions and billions of different human body-mind vehicles. So the way that we begin to unpick this and move beyond these patterns is to realize that it's not that thing out there that's causing me to feel a certain way in here, inside. So before I believe that whatever's going on out there is making me feel fear or anger or shame, the state of my body, the state of my finances, the state of my relationships makes me feel unworthy or guilty or whatever it is. And in actuality, that's not true. The fear, the shame, the guilt is just there. We're not hooking it to something else. We're not looking for a reason out there in the world. And when we just notice, okay, what are the major emotions I'm feeling here? And then we can ask the emotion what it wants to tell us. And there is a resource on the free teachings. I'll try to remember to get a link put into the description for this on YouTube. Emotions and their hidden beliefs. So the only way to come out to this cause and effect thinking is to look at the emotion itself, not I'm scared because, or I'm angry because, just the emotion itself. There's just anger here. And I'm not really going to go with my mind's insistence on trying to find a reason why. It will say that person made me upset or that thing, and it will do that over and over again, but we can never really resolve it from there. So what can we know? Well, there's an emotion, there's irritation, frustration, guilt, shame, anger, jealousy, fear, despair, apathy, whatever, grief, whatever is going on inside. And we're not attaching it to anything. We're just going to ask the emotion what it wants to tell us. Each emotion that the body is feeling is coming from a thought that's being really given a lot of attention. It has a really strong neural pathway in the brain, very well-traveled path of thought networks in the brain. And most of us have it set up that shame is linked to not enough money, which is linked to trying harder, which is linked to failing, which is linked to more shame, and around it goes. And we'll have these loops inside. So we then ask the emotion what it wants to tell us, and it'll tell us a story that we still believe about ourselves. So you can probably feel this out. If you can try to remember the last time you felt fear, maybe you're feeling it right now or not, but just remembering what fear feels like and asking it what it wants to tell you. And it's not about anything out there. It's just the fear itself. How does it feel about life? For me, when I asked this question, it said, I'm not safe. I'm not safe. I'm in danger right now. And when I asked shame what it wanted to tell me, because I had a lot of shame like everyone else, it would say, I don't deserve to exist. Anger, I would ask. And it said, life isn't fair. You can't get what you want. I can't get what I want. Or sometimes I can't get what I need, when it was a kind of rage, intensified. And I don't want anyone sitting there thinking that I have never felt those emotions. I pretty much hung out in those negative emotions for a long time, just like everyone else. And this, what I'm describing here, is what I used to free myself. Despair, despondency, apathy. When I asked those what they wanted to say, they just said there's just really no point. There's no point in trying to be happy. It's just hopeless. I can never be happy, was what they wanted to tell me. And all kinds of emotions came back to this central story, which then we could turn into a question. Because if this thought is being believed, if this thought is being really given a lot of airtime, I'm not safe, as an example, then we're going to feel the emotional equivalent of that fear in our body, and we're going to experience the physical equivalent. So it shows up as a thought, I'm not safe, as the corresponding emotion, fear, and as the outer world experience, not enough of something we need, or someone in our life that seems to make us feel a certain way. How do we stop believing a thought? How do we actually stop giving it attention? If believing a thought is really only paying it a lot of attention, how do we stop that? And it's really by asking, challenging that assumption. Is it true that I'm not safe, actually? My whole life had been lived from this idea that I'm not safe. That was just assumed to be true. On some level, it was just accepted. And of course, then it kept mirroring in my experiences over and over again. So it seems even more true. Makes even more sense to give this thought lots of attention. Because we are not just really a separate human being, we're actually the infinite power behind the cosmos. Whatever ideas we really subscribe to, we experience them as our entire life. My life had been an echo, mirror image of I don't deserve to be happy, and I'm actually really not safe, and I really can't get what I want. And eventually they end up in a mishmash of all one thing. You know, life just really isn't very pleasant from there. So why do we need to even do this? If all of these beliefs, I'm not safe, I can't get what I want, I don't feel good enough, there's something fundamentally wrong with me, said guilt. Then why do we need to do that if they all depend upon the existence of a separate being? Why don't they all just fall away? When I have my first deep self-inquiry and recognize my own formlessness, why doesn't it fall away? All of that. And as I said in the previous satsang, it's really because our thought structure doesn't change, the way we think, just because we've seen who we are. So we have to develop this habit of questioning, is it really true I'm not safe? It sure seemed very true when I thought I was a separate being. Now I'm starting to see I'm the only thing that exists, that there aren't any other beings. And even if I haven't experientially seen that, I will know it mentally, and this thought will be troubling me. I'm not safe, because it's utterly untrue. It has seemed extraordinarily true, of course, but now we're going to challenge it. So we turn it into a question. Is it really true? You cannot believe a thought and question if it's true at the same time. And if we're not questioning a thought, we're actually fortifying the belief in it. We're letting the same old patterns run in our brain, the way that thoughts flow. So we decide to look at the emotion first, then we ask it what it wants to tell us, and then we turn that into a question. Is that really true? And of course, the first few answers will come, absolutely, of course it's true. And in contemplation, we're just learning to stay with the question. The question is our insurance policy against suffering. While I'm questioning, I cannot suffer. So all these different types of answers are going to come. Thought answers when we ask the question. Emotional answers when we ask the question. Even experiential answers, shifts in our something feels like it's been let go. But we're not even going to stop there. We're going to include every single answer there is. So if we ask the question, is it really true I'm not safe? And the doorbell rings, the phone rings, the dog barks, we sneeze, we cough. Those are all answers. Anything and everything that happens, the air conditioning cuts in, or if you're here in the UK, the heating still, because it's kind of chilly. Anything that happens after we ask this question, we're going to count it as an answer. And all answers are equal in contemplation. If we ask this question, is it really true I'm not safe? We have this massive epiphany. Whoa, that's not true. And there's a huge shift, and we're laughing and crying and all that stuff. It's beautiful, but it's still just another answer. And all we do is come back to the question, coming back to the question. And we're literally living in this place of not knowing. Whatever we think we know will hurt us. Whatever we question won't affect us at all. The best way to do this is to see it in action. So I'd like to ask for 5 volunteers who would like to do some of this with me. If you want to just raise your hand here on Zoom, first 5 hands, and we'll go from there. Well, so we'll start with Elaine, when you're ready, Elaine. Okay, so we have 5 now, no more hands, thank you. Hi, Elaine. Thank you.
Hi, Helen.
What would you like to look at today?
I think the words that came into my head when you were talking is I don't fit in. And I think that's something that I've had forever.
So is that coming from, have you asked an emotion? Because we don't want to look on a level of thoughts here. We want to start from the emotion. What's the emotion that comes up with it?
Well, I was also looking at that whilst you were talking and pointing these things out. I think it's either fear or anger.
It could be both.
Yes, well, it is both. But then I was thinking, which one is stronger?
Mm-hmm.
The one I'd like to avoid is anger. So
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm gonna let
so yeah, that's obvious. But it's not obviously, but it's the one I'm least favored of, the one that I'd be most fearful of. So yeah, I guess it's got to be anger.
Okay, so just getting in touch with that anger the best that you can right now, even if it's not like fully being felt. And not angry at anything, just anger, just the richness of the feeling, the fullness of it. What does it want to tell you? How does it feel about life? Take your time with this.
Mm.
If anger had a mouth and could come up to you and shake your hand, it would say,
Oh, that I'm stupid. Um, oh, yeah, that's a bit of uncomfortableness.
something doesn't really want to look at this,
No.
right? There'll be a little
No,
squirming
I really
inside.
don't. Yeah, I'm feeling, I don't know how to describe it, but there's things, it's like something like that is going on in my body, in my limbs. Yeah, I guess I want to run.
Does anger feel, is it saying that you're stupid, or would that be, just keep really looking, because that might be a belief that's more in line
Yes.
with unworthiness or guilt. But if you're certain that's what it wants to say, we'll go with it. But let's just have another look just in case.
Heart is, is beating a bit faster, but I'm having a hard time getting into anger.
There's just a resistance there, right, to looking at it and just
Yeah.
doubling down on your determination inside and determined to see what this wants to tell you. What's anger's attitude to life? How does it see the world?
It's got to keep quiet. I'm not heard.
Yeah, I'm not heard, yeah.
Yeah.
Does that feel, can you feel you kind of hit it more closely there? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go with that then. Let's turn that into a question.
Yeah.
Is it really true I'm not heard? Let's see. And again, we're just going to come back to the question, no matter if you just want to share with us the answers that come up. No right or wrong answers, no special answers. Is it really true I'm not heard? Like, I really want to find out. This has been a deeply held assumption, and I keep experiencing it. But is it really true I'm not heard?
My tongue seems to be twice as big.
It's a physical kind of answer, isn't it? A sensation.
Mhm.
Just noticing it and allowing and just coming back to the question. Is it really true I'm not heard?
Screwing my eyes up to try and focus. I am still resisting.
So resistance, we could say, is a kind of energetic answer. It's
Yep.
not so pleasant, but nonetheless, we can just accept. Some answers feel better than others,
Ooh.
but they're all equal.
Got fists.
Yeah. Just coming back to the question. All we're doing is just asking,
Yeah.
watching, see where answers come, not making anything happen. Is this really true, actually?
There's something about asking this question here to somebody who is giving me this question back. It's like I don't want to be heard.
Mm-hmm.
Because you are hearing me. I am hearing you. And yet I want to shut out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Do you feel your question wants to change then? Or do you want to stay with the same one?
Well, I'm actually pushing it away. So I'm protecting. I can't say what I want to say.
Let's stay with that same question then. Let's keep going with the same one.
Okay.
Is it really true I'm not heard?
Mm.
There's a smile.
Yeah.
That's an answer.
Well, if I don't say, then I can't be heard.
Mm. So the longer we stay with this question, we're not looking for any big epiphany or final answer. Just naturally, the answers will tend to be more insightful. Maybe I'm actually stopping myself from being heard on some level.
Yeah.
It's easier to kind of try to project it outwards. Others just aren't listening to me. Why don't they listen? Or something like that, right? Really,
Yeah.
it might be actually clearer that on some level, I don't want to be heard. I feel safer when I don't.
Yeah.
You want to go another minute or so? Self says yes, ego says no.
Yeah. It's like, really? Don't you think you've done enough?
Okay, let's just go another minute. Let's stay with this
Okay.
question another minute.
All right. Yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah.
Is it true that I'm not heard? What's happening now?
I'm aware of the breath inside me.
Mm-hmm.
You
know, the type of answer there, the breath.
Yeah. And a sense of calm by asking the question. There's another part that's searching for an answer.
There's like 3 different types of answer at the same time. One answer is the breath. One thing that's spinning its wheels trying to figure out the right answer.
Yeah.
So that this awful contemplation stops.
Yeah.
And and the calmness as well. So
yeah. And the calmness. Because when I'm calm, I can hear myself. I don't often listen to myself.
Maybe that's who you really want to hear you.
Yes. Yeah.
So just not looking for any final conclusion, just realizing the longer we stay with this question, the better we feel and the more insights we have about it. And the less true the original statement feels. I'm not heard. People don't hear me.
Yeah.
It's less and less true every time we ask. So each time we ask, we're losing a little bit of our ability to believe this idea and therefore experience it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll go to Caro.
Hello, Helen.
Hi.
I would like to do with the job. I work as consultant, and in this company, they want something that I can do, and also now I am working in a bank, and I don't feel that this is not my place, and I feel a little bit panic with my economic situation with my children, is then, but today was like the top, like I was working and I want to cry. I say, what can I do? What is my place? I need something. I need some changes in my life, but I don't have anything more.
So noticing this fear or panic, which is just a strong form of fear. And the mind wants to try to explain why I feel that way. It's trying to explain. So it would like to say it's because of my job, my situation at work. But really, as we're learning here, there's just some fear still left because I'm believing a certain thought and it's reflecting as my experience at work. So let's just look at the fear, the panic itself, just the fear, not about anything or because of anything. The moment we say I'm scared of, or I'm scared because, we're back in cause and effect thinking. I'm just scared, or I'm panicking. What does that feeling, that emotion want to tell you? How does it feel about itself, about life?
This is not my place.
Keep going, stay with it. Why is it not your place?
Because in some way I need to become something that I am not this person.
Some feeling that you're not good enough, maybe? Or not who you need to be?
Mm. Maybe I am not good enough.
Is that what you want to work with in the question? Or do you think it's something else?
Yes, and I don't know why I don't feel safe in this moment. Like,
There it is right there. I don't feel safe. I'm not safe. Can you hear? I'm not safe at work. I'm not safe in general. Does this feel more alive? I'm not safe. Then I'm not good enough. Does it feel more real, true? Yeah. Let's go with that then. Let's question that, because that seems to be fundamental to a lot of experiences you're having at the moment. If you want to. Yeah. Let's turn this into a question then. Is it really true? I'm not safe. And again, just allowing all the answers. So right now there's an answer happening emotionally, some emotion, right? Some tears. Just coming back to the question. Is it really true? I'm not safe. What happens when you ask this question? What answers are coming?
it's like one part inside feel peace, like everything is okay. But my thoughts
Mhm.
are like attack me.
Mhm. So you've got several answers going on at the same time there. You've got some peace. That's one kind of answer. You've got some thoughts going on too, the mental answers. Just letting them be there. Not so pleasant, but no right or wrong answers here. Just coming back to this question again. Is it really true I'm not safe?
I feel like something here. I, f- I feel a little bit angry because I can feel some peace, but my mind showed me another things in my current life.
Mhm. So just an emotional answer again, anger. We don't treat it any differently than any other answer. And just being open to all answers when we ask this question. Let's ask it again. Is it really true I'm not safe?
I feel like a physical answer,
Mhm.
like something heavy here.
In your throat, no.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So a sensation, a different type of answer. Yeah.
Mhm.
And just coming back to the question gently. The question is more important than any answer, actually. Is it really true I'm not safe? Like, actually, I've always felt unsafe, but is it actually true?
feel like something inside is keeping something like don't want to let go any something
Mhm. It's okay.
like hmm,
Just noticing that that's a type of answer, an energy that's holding on. And just coming back to the question gently.
I feel a sensation in my stomach.
Mhm. Just staying with the question, noticing the answers. They're all okay. Some are more pleasant than others. Just coming back to the question.
It's like one part of me wants feel this peace,
Mhm.
but another one is show me what is happening now.
Just let them both be there. Both types of answers, right? Don't pick any. Don't have to choose. Two answers happening at the same time. And then just coming back to the question. If we try to choose, then we're saying that one answer is better than the other. We're back in duality. There's some sense everything's absolutely fine. Everything's okay. And then there's the mind going, it's really not okay, actually. You just let those be answers, right? Just let them be there. Just going on inside. When you come back to the question.
I feel sad.
Yeah. An emotional answer again. Still not right or wrong. There isn't.
Something very heavy in my stomach,
Mhm.
like I want to vomit.
Well, just let me know if you're gonna, and we'll come back to you. It would just be another answer though, wouldn't it? Yeah. Coming gently, reminding yourself of the question, is it really true I'm not safe?
Silence and movement
Mhm.
inside.
And even the silence when it presents itself, it's not even the right answer. It's just another answer. We're not even going to favor infinite silence. Can you see that the longer we stay with this question, the better you're starting to feel? Because it's been at least 5 minutes now since you believed this thought, I'm not safe. And now you're smiling.
But I am angry too.
That's okay. Could you hold the microphone up? Thanks. Yeah. It's okay, right? You're happy and angry. Peaceful and angry.
I'm frustrated too.
Peaceful, angry, and frustrated. It's okay, right? So you stay with this question. Yeah. You sit with it for another 15 or 20 minutes while we're continuing through these wonderful volunteers. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well done. Well done. Thank you. Christine?
Hi, Helen. I'm
Hi.
ready.
Hi. What would you like to look at today?
I think the two things that are here today are fear and apathy. And yeah, I was thinking maybe apathy because I've explored a lot of fear. And yeah, maybe that.
The apathy is the strongest, would you say, that you want to look at?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Just the best that you can, just getting in touch with that apathy and not pinning it to anything in your life in particular. Just letting the feeling be there. There's no real reason why it's there. It's just there. We don't have to find out why it's happening. And then asking it, what do you want to tell me? What is the belief behind it?
I mean, what comes forward is I don't deserve to exist.
So that feels very, very true right now because it's been given a lot of attention, and as we all do. So let's turn this into a question if you want to, yeah?
Yeah.
Being
Yeah.
right there where you are, it may not seem it to look at me now, but it really didn't feel
Believe me.
this while of existence. Let's just turn this into a question, and same rules apply. Just asking the question, you and me, seeing what answers come. We're not making anything happen. Is it really true? I don't deserve to exist.
And just feelings of shame and embarrassment.
Yeah, so those are emotional answers. They don't feel pleasant at all, but we're not going to make them wrong. There are no right or wrong answers. There's just whatever answers are showing up. Just doing your best to feel them, even though they're unpleasant. But just coming back to the question, is it really true I don't deserve to exist? With as much curiosity as you can muster, which might not be a lot right now, but as much as you can. I really want to actually find out if this is true. I've been living this belief, but I actually want to know. I'm not satisfied anymore with experience as being evidence of its truth. I want to ask and find out.
Yeah, there's just some more questions. It's like, why do I believe that? Why do I, yeah, like, where did that come from? And why do I think that about myself when I would never think that about someone else?
So here are mental answers, thoughts. They're okay. And let's just stay with the question.
And then again, I ask, why did I raise my hand to do this? Like, who did this?
How did I get myself in this situation
Yeah,
again?
I know. Seriously, like, even before I open my mouth, I'm like, oh, this is going to be fine today. I'm not going to get emotional. Like,
Yeah.
silly.
It's okay. So just coming back to the question. Is it really true I don't deserve to exist?
Feels very physical now. Just body sensations and
A different type of answer. Still not right or wrong, just sensations, yeah. And just coming back to the question, gently reminding yourself of the question. Is it really true? I don't deserve to exist. Even the blowing of the nose is an I know that may seem strange, but still, we don't exclude anything at all.
okay. Hear the rattling in the windows.
Yeah.
It's really windy out today.
So the wind and the sound, all different types of answer. I can hear the raindrops hitting the window here gently. Another answer. Is it true? I don't deserve to exist.
Mind is just saying, yes, it is true.
Yeah. More thought answers, more mental answers. And we're just watching a movie called All the Answers That Want to Come to This Question. Yeah. We're not
Yeah.
working hard, just hanging out with the question together.
Yeah, there's like two thoughts. There's like, or two streams of thought. You know, one is just this like really mean, judgmental.
Yeah.
Of course, you don't deserve to exist. And then another one that's like, well, why?
Yeah.
Why is that? What do you think that?
So just doing your best to allow both of those. Yeah. They're just different frequencies, right? Different energetic feelings. Neither of them is right or wrong. One feels better than the other, but let's not make them right or wrong. Yeah. And just coming back.
Frustration.
Yeah.
Oh,
Frustration, yeah.
yeah. Touch of the neck.
Mm-hmm.
Just sick of it. Sick of all of it.
Coming back to the question. Is it true I don't deserve to exist?
And then there's another question that popped up. And I was like, well, who is sick of it? Who is feeling all these feelings?
But just another answer. It's okay. We're not going to follow that at the moment. We're going to just treat it as another answer. It's coming back gently to the question. I really want to find out, actually, is this true?
The neighbors down the hall.
Yeah.
In the hallway.
How did your body feel? Does it feel more relaxed or less relaxed?
The same, really.
Mm-hmm. It's coming back to the question.
Just like energy in the upper body.
Yeah.
Arms.
So a kind of energetic answer.
And hot. Just like, oh.
Some heat coming there, right?
Yeah.
Another type of answer. Something starting to move, some energy starting to move as we stay with this question. Is this really true? Big sigh there. That's another answer. Can you see how the answers are starting to change very subtly?
Yeah.
Less emotional, more just sensations in the body.
Yeah.
So when we're not willing to, or don't know how to challenge this thought, we experience there's a lot of thoughts and a lot of emotion. And the longer we stay with this question and keep challenging it, is it actually true? And our experience begins to change, begins to soften. If we stay with this question long enough, we'll find peace begins to break through. And just a gentle sense in the background at first. It's not true, actually. I don't know why I thought that, actually. And that feeling gets stronger and stronger. Actually, I do deserve to be here as much as anyone else. Right now, you're kind of somewhere halfway in between those two, right?
Yeah.
From where you started. So stay with this question.
Okay.
When I go to the next person, you stay with this question. Whatever happens, whatever answer comes, you come back to the question. The question is more important than any answer at all. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Excellent.
Well, and thanks for
Thank
being
you.
here. Thank you. Okay, we'll go to Helena. Hi.
Hi, do you hear me?
I can, yes. Wonderful.
Oh, it's so amazing. So amazing we are connected.
Absolutely.
I can't believe that. It's just a month I'm just playing these satsangs from the morning till the evening. And it's really doing a great change that actually after 3 weeks of watching, I've been able to be happy facing the very difficult situations,
Wonderful.
and I've been bathing in light a whole week, and then it ends actually. So actually, I don't have any particular question, but everything above is actual for all of us. That's a very large fear.
Yeah.
I in last week it was quite difficult, and I don't know what to ask. Maybe we have some kind of family problems. We wasn't never able to communicate properly. We are all 4 members. We are 2 sisters around age 40, and we with both parents are really scared of our emotions, so that we can't interact because we are full of that.
Yes. I remember being like that. Yes, I remember. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So worst is this maybe between me and my sister, as I see it. So when we meet each other, we are very, very scared. Just we start communication, and I feel that she is scared of me, and so that I'm very, very scared of her. And she is just blaming me for any evil in our family. So
What if you're not
I
really
just,
scared of each other, though? What if you're just scared?
yeah, yeah. That's what I contemplated and what I realized. And actually today I've been doing a video to YouTube for my 5 subscribers. And I've been talking just about this, that
Wonderful.
the emotions are never for the reason from the outside.
Oh, it's from something deeper. Yeah.
Yeah, that we always have it inside, and since we have it a whole bunch, a great load of it, there are many situations to pull it out.
What does fear
So
say to you? What does it feel? What, if it had a voice, what would it say to you? Fear.
maybe this will never change.
Yeah. Shall
This
we?
is maybe the worst fear. This will never change. It. This hatred in this family will last forever. This
So
hatred
let's
to
not put it out onto the family. Let's
yeah
just fear. Can you see the same tendency? Mind wants to find
yeah.
something out there. It's very normal. We all do it. That's why we're looking at it. Just fear. What does it want to tell you?
No thoughts, maybe just a tension in body.
Mm-hmm. What's the idea behind the fear? What is fear's point of view? What does it think about life?
Terrible,
Terrible,
terrible stuff.
terrible and terrifying, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, this kind of question brought up this idea that, well, I'm not safe, as we said, but also that life is dangerous. Life is dangerous. Something deep down inside really believed that.
People are dangerous. I think my fear is telling more about the I cannot believe anyone.
Yeah. Let's ask
And
a question of that. Let's turn that into a question. Are people really dangerous, actually? Is it true?
yes, of course.
Yeah, of course. Of course is the very first answer, of course. And it's okay. It's normal. That's
Oh,
the first and obvious answer. You know, when I asked myself, is it true I'm not safe? The very first answer was, why are you even asking this question? It's obviously true. No? We just stay with the question anyway. Is it really true people are dangerous? Just coming back gently to the question.
and some body shaking.
Uh-huh. Is this actually true? Are people actually dangerous? Seems like it, but we really want to find out. We don't just want to believe, we want to actually find out. Big sigh, another answer.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening now?
There's some itching on my mouth.
Huh? Another answer?
I'm sweating.
Yeah.
So I feel quite hot.
So as we ask this question, as we challenge it directly, this idea that's been very, very believed, energy can start to move, right? Can you feel something moving that's been stuck? Very stuck. Might show up as heat or shaking sometimes. The body knows what to do with it. Is this really true? Are people unsafe, dangerous?
Is it really true that people are dangerous?
Mm-hmm. Okay, I really want to know, actually. I really want to know. I'm not just going to buy this idea.
Oh.
I want to know. Because if it is true, at least I'll know. I won't be wondering. I'll know. And then we might find out it's not true. Is that a smile I see there? What's happening now?
Maybe body is a little bit more relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
Feet are cold.
So when we just assume that people are dangerous, there's this deep thought underneath. The body is tense on some very real level, isn't it? As we start to ask and challenge this, the body goes, oh, because the body is living this belief, feeling this tension.
Yeah.
And it's tense and ready to fight if it needs to, or to run away. But the
Yeah.
moment we start to ask this question, this energy can begin to move, and the body says, oh, that feels better. Just a little bit at first, but the longer we stay with the question, the more we can relax.
Yeah. Actually, now it's similar feeling as I felt before with the Christine was talking, and till the end, I was just feeling the body like some tingling or something, some energetic
Tingling is good.
relaxation.
Yeah. Tingling is
Something
good because energy can start to move to places it hasn't been able to go before, right? Because
Yeah.
it's been like this, like really,
It's like the particles in the body goes just
yeah. Because the body isn't really a body, it's made of consciousness. Yeah. Wonderful. You stay with this question. You have some fun with this question, okay?
Yeah, that's great. I didn't think about are people dangerous. I've been more trying question, is it really true that I'm unsafe?
It's really the same thing,
I've been
right?
with this whole but maybe it's a little bit different
You can
for
see
different
we don't
effects.
need to worry so much about the actual question. We don't have to get the question right. It's more, I'm just willing to challenge this. I'm not just going to buy it and believe it, right? It's empowering to actually question it. So wonderful. Thank you so much. Lovely to talk to you.
Yeah, I really wanted to thank you. I really raised my hand much more to thank you more than cope with this, because it's really just so amazing that you're doing this. I've been searching for so long for some Piscean uh, human who can do this emotional stuff through like you do so effectively that it really makes great change instantly. Instant change. So many thanks from Czech Republic.
Wow.
Nice to meet you personally.
You look very cozy there as well, very comfy and cozy. So yeah, enjoy.
Yeah, in bed.
Wonderful. Good to talk to you. Nice to
Good to talk to you.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you very
Thank you.
much.
Okay, we'll go to Joni, last but not least.
Can you hear me?
I can, yep, wonderful.
So you never guess what my question is. Is it true I need to suffer?
I was just gonna say that, yeah, because we've been working together in the program, yeah. So let's go
I
with
woke
this
up
one.
in the night with this one.
Yeah,
In the middle of the night, and all
that's
the
a good
emotions
time.
came.
A good time.
There was anger. Oh, God's sake, enough already.
Let's question this then. Is it really true? And just for context for everyone, you and I were discussing that something didn't feel like it could let go of suffering because there was some kind of unworthiness there that just had to try to keep proving itself, right? And that's where we finally drilled down into this question. Is it really true I need to suffer? Because there's a sense that I need to keep proving my worthiness, and I'll do that by fixing spiritual problems, and things. So let's ask this question together and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is it really true that I need to suffer?
It's feeling less true.
Mm-hmm. You've been working with this now for what, 3 or 4 days, is it?
A week.
A week. So what happens when you ask this question now? Is it really true I need to suffer?
Physical response in the heart and throat.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Just
tight in the head. Tight in
tension or something.
in the head, yeah.
Yeah. Just coming back to the question again. Okay. Do I actually need to suffer to prove my worthiness? Is
I'm
that
very curious about the resistance to this.
the
Huge resistance to answer it.
So just resistance, just looking at that as another answer here in contemplation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've got a bit melodramatic about that, yeah.
We all have favorite answers that we want to fixate around. Usually they're thoughts or resistance or some emotion, but that's why we just treat them all equally. Resistance is just a kind of energetic answer, right?
I can feel from that answer that I was going into melodrama again.
So just
With
why we
those
always come back to the question. That's our insurance against, yeah. So just coming back again. Is it really true I need to suffer?
Sigh. I'm giving up, aren't I?
Is it, or is it the body relaxing?
And the body is relaxing, but I'm getting worn down by the question after a week.
Or is that just an answer? Just a feeling?
Which part that I'm
Feeling worn down? What if that's just another emotion arising in answer that needs to come up?
okay?
Different way to look at it, right?
Yeah.
Wonderful. So just let that feeling be there. Because you'll find you have many subtle ways of not staying with the question, many defenses on some level. Because this has felt very true, and something inside wants to question, the real self wants to question this. Something else doesn't really want to and is trying to wriggle out of it on some level. That's why everything is just another answer.
I'm feeling angry now.
Good, be angry, be angry. But come back to the question. Is it true I need to suffer?
No, it's a waste of time, but there's still anger behind that I've been doing this for so long, and I'm angry with myself for doing this for so long.
Not anger because, just anger. And
Okay.
an anger answer and a thought answer that says, no, it's not true.
Yeah.
Right? No storytelling about the answers.
Okay.
We all do it. Coming back to the question, is it really true I need to suffer?
No.
See, that was different, right? Same answer, but more energetic.
Mm.
Can you feel the energetic answer with it?
Yeah.
The other one was up here. The second one was here. Like, let's just stay with the question a few more minutes because we're about to get to the really good stuff. Is it really true? Not that any answer is really good. Just forget I said that. Spoiler alert. Is it really true? I need to suffer. The laughter answer, yeah.
Oh, it's such a waste of time.
Yeah.
Mm.
So some laughter and a thought answer, and it's all good. Coming back to the question.
Softening.
Yeah.
Big sigh.
And that's a real bodily response. Or, yeah.
It's like a feeling of it's been a long journey.
A very long imagined journey. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's just stay with it one more minute. Is it really true? I need to suffer.
It's not really true, but I feel a bit lost.
Lost is just another answer.
Yeah.
You knew I was going to say that.
Without that, I feel lost. Without that karmic pattern.
Yeah. So that's just a thought answer saying, without suffering, I feel lost.
Yeah.
It's just an answer, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to solve that. It's just an answer that's passing in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So asking the question one last time, notice how differently you feel about the question now. Is it really true I need to suffer? Does that feel different when you ask it now?
Yeah, because the numinals are in and the frequencies change to peace and love.
Because you've stayed with the question. Let's just note those two answers, those two final answers, peace and love. Not final as in stop asking the question, but final for this satsang at least in terms of time. But
yeah.
Staying with that question, the longer you stay with it, the more peace there's going to be, the more positive and nice feeling the answers are.
Huge frequencies of peace and love. And thank you.
And all it comes down to is staying on the horse. When the resistance wants to throw you off the horse and you forget the question, you just get back on.
Yeah.
You just get back on again and you get back on again.
Yeah, and I had a good lesson in deviating as well, bypassing.
We have to go there once or twice or 10 million times in my case. Just to think, dropping the question does not work.
Yeah. And sticking to the emotion. Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
And you can ride this question all the way to bliss and ecstasy if you stay with it. Doesn't matter where you start.
That sounds great. I'm going to do that.
It really is great.
Thank you, Helen.
Wonderful.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Okay, so we'll leave it there for tonight because we've just about out of time. And thank you for everyone who bravely volunteered to contemplate here with me live. The thing that I'd like to just kind of sum up is we're not looking for any final epiphany or answer. In all of those examples we did, and there's other videos on the playlist for contemplation on the YouTube channel. If you go to the playlists, you'll see a contemplation section there. It's not about finding an answer, contemplation. It's about living in the question. Whatever the question is doesn't really matter so much, but the openness of wanting to actually know rather than assuming. And that becomes really quite an extraordinary way to live. And it really is living as the infinite self, because the infinite self knows nothing at all. It's not full of concepts. It actually wants to find out, to experience directly. And whatever we think we know is going to hurt us, we're going to live that experience. And the emotions that we feel point us back to the fact that we're believing something. We're sure about something. I'm so sure I don't deserve to exist, or that I'm not safe, or that life isn't fair, or whatever it is that we're buying into. Most of all, don't try to get it perfect, contemplation. Just start. And you'll figure it out as you go, just like I did. So thank you very, very much. Namaste.
Namaste.
Wonderful.